The village of Wanza was a quiet, close-knit community, surrounded by tall acacia trees and rolling plains where herds of antelope grazed. Life moved with the rhythm of nature, and the people believed deeply in the spirits of the land. It was a place where traditions held firm, and every event, no matter how small, was seen as a message from the ancestors or the spirits. On the night Zola was born, the air was thick with anticipation. Nala, a kind-hearted woman with gentle eyes, had been in labor for hours. Her husband, Kofi, a strong but tender man, waited outside their small hut, pacing back and forth. The village midwife, Mama Jalia, an elderly woman known for her wisdom, was inside, assisting with the birth. The moon hung low in the sky, its light casting eerie shadows on the village. The drums from the harvest festival echoed faintly in the distance, a reminder of the joy outside that contrasted with the tension inside the hut. Finally, a sharp cry broke the silence. Kofi stopped pacing, his heart pounding with both relief and fear. He rushed to the door just as Mama Jalea emerged, clutching a bundle tightly to her chest. Her face, usually calm and reassuring, was pale and troubled. "It's a girl," she whispered, avoiding Kofi's eyes. "But there is something unusual about her." Kofi and Nala exchanged a worried glance before hurrying inside. The sight that greeted them left them speechless. In Nala's arms lay their newborn daughter, her tiny hands grasping the air. Her face was delicate, her skin smooth and glowing faintly in the dim lamplight. But what caught their attention was her lower body. Where there should have been legs, there was instead a sleek, scaly tail coiled beneath her. Nal gasped, clutching the baby tighter. Kofi dropped to his knees, his voice trembling. "What does this mean, Mama Jalia? What has the spirit world done to us?" Mama Jalia, though shaken, tried to steady herself. "I do not know," she said, "but this is not a sign to take lightly. We must summon the elders immediately." News of the strange birth spread quickly, and soon the hut was surrounded by villagers whispering and craning their necks to catch a glimpse of the child. Some murmured that the baby was a blessing, a child of the spirits destined for greatness. Others muttered darkly, calling her a curse that would bring misfortune to the village. The elders arrived, their faces grave. There were 5 of them, each representing a different lineage of the village. They entered the hut silently and gathered around the newborn. For a long moment, no one spoke. The eldest among them, Baba Kwame, finally broke the silence. "This is no ordinary child," he said, his voice heavy with authority. "She carries the mark of the spirits. Her presence here is no accident, but whether she is a blessing or a curse remains to be seen." Another elder, Mama Esh, shook her head. "This is unnatural," she said. "The spirits may be testing us, or they may be punishing us. Either way, this child will bring challenges we are not prepared for." "But we cannot cast her out," Nal protested, tears streaming down her face. "She is our daughter, our miracle after years of praying for a child. How can you call her a curse?" The debate raged on through the night. Some elders suggested taking the baby to the river to offer her back to the spirits. Others argued that she should stay, for rejecting her might anger the spirits further. Meanwhile, Kofi sat silently beside Nal, holding her hand tightly as they watched over their daughter. As dawn broke, Baba Kwame stood and raised his staff. "The spirits have brought this child to us for a reason," he declared. "We must accept her and raise her with love. But we must also prepare for the trials that may come. Let her be named Zola for peace, and let us hope she will bring it." The elders nodded reluctantly, and the crowd outside dispersed, though the whispers and glances lingered. Nal and Kofi held their daughter close, determined to protect her no matter what. As the village returned to its daily life, one thing was clear. Zola's arrival had already begun to change Wanza. The harvest festival that year ended with a strange sense of foreboding, as though the land itself knew that something extraordinary and dangerous had been set into motion. In the days to come, the villagers would notice strange occurrences. The river seemed to glisten more brightly, as if watching the child. Snakes appeared more frequently around the village, though they harmed no one. And Zola herself, though just a baby, often stared into the distance with her emerald eyes, as if she could see something no one else could. It was only the beginning of her journey, and the village of Wanza would never be the same.